So today I just wanted to share with you this real pop of purple on the eye, adding a bit more of a feline flick so it looks a little bit more seductive if you're going to a party. And then I cover skin and lips. I know some of my other videos I didn't want them to be too long, so I could try to keep them really precise. So this one I'm going a little bit more in depth to try and share a few more tips. I hope you enjoy it, and here we go. Right, I'm going to start off with the skin. This is Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. I'm mainly using it just so the foundation has a little bit more slip and it's a little bit easier and smoother to apply. The foundation I'm using today is the NARS Sheer Glow foundation, which I haven't used in ages, and I saw it in my kit and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. Because it's in my kit, I tend to mix the colours, so I have the lightest colour and then a much darker one. So this one is light 3 and this one is medium dark 5, and so I find it covers quite a few different skin tones in my kit. The only thing is, when you're fair like me, you don't really want to use much of the darker one. I'll start off with just the lighter one and see if I need to add much warmth to it. I'm gonna push it in using a damp beauty blender. Sometimes I find this foundation hit or miss on me. Let me know what you think. Some people's skin, it looks gorgeous, and then sometimes it can look a little almost textured. But I've been using these Korean face masks, so hopefully my skin's a little bit smoother today. I'm just going to mix a tiny bit of that darker one in. Just a little smidgen. The colour might still look a bit ghost-like, but my chest is lighter than my hands, so when I'm holding up my hands with my makeup, it's probably going to look really ghost-like, but I can warm it up with a little bit of bronzer afterwards. I'm going to use a little bit of the 17 Wow Skin Concealer, which is like a dupe for the sort of classic Touche Éclat. More of a highlighting pen, just to brighten that inside area, because I'm going to kind of go for more purpley tones today, so you want to take down any blueness. I won't do too much under my eyes yet, as some of the eyeshadow might drop down onto it. Going in with the old soft ochre paint pot. Sorry to be predictable, but if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm going in with a nice cheap one again, because I'm using a few different products and I don't want it to become too expensive. So this is the Morphe brushes, 35B, and it's the colour palette. I'll put a link to it anyway. The only problem is the shades aren't named, so I just want to sort of get a little bit of purpliness but a bit smoky at the same time. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to use some of the darker shades. Like, I'll probably mix those two purpley ones, maybe add a little bit of blue and a tiny bit of black, just to create a little bit of smokiness to begin with. First of all, I'm going in with that sort of more royal purple. And when you start off with matte shades like this, they can look quite patchy and unblended. But don't worry, I'm going to go over with more of a purple pigment anyway, which is just going to give it a little bit more sheen, so hopefully that will smooth it all over anyway. And blend it out with the Zoeva 213 Petite Crease brush. So blend it all out with that sort of more dusky purpley shade just above that royal purple, and just use that with a more fluffy blending brush. This one is the Royal and Langlickel BC430, bit of a mouthful, that number. Then go in with that good old fleshy tone highlighter in the palette, just to soften the edges and stop you sort of going in with the bright ones all the way up to your brow. I'm just going to add a little bit of black from the palette. And I might just add a little wash of that sort of warmer orangey tone. Just because I can. I quite like using sort of warmer, a little bit of warmth in there. So I've sprayed a little bit of Max Fix Plus spray on a 242 brush, which is synthetic, so it's a bit firmer, it's got a bit more grip, and then I'm mixing it into MAC Violet pigment, just so it sticks a bit better and we get a bit more intensity. And just do that right where I've left that little flesh, and like right on the lid, so it really catches the light and creates a little bit of a spotlight. Then with a bit of the sort of dry pigment, I'm just like blending out the edges with a soft brush. If you're wondering why I did the pigment afterwards, is when you stick it on like this, if you blend it too much, then you can make it all sort of peel off and come off a bit patchy. Just making sure there's not too much drop down, that seems to have been okay, and then going back with a bit more of that concealer. Just thought I'd try out this little Zoeva 240 pencil brush. I haven't actually used it yet, but it's so cute, it's like a little tiny pencil brush. So I wanted to give it a little go. I'm going to go back in with the palette and the sort of royal purple again. Bringing it underneath. Sometimes with any of these colours that have a little bit more warmth to them, it's good to have maybe a little bit black in the waterline, just so your eyes don't look red and sort of tired. Adding a little bit of black eyeshadow. Now this is MAC Chromaline eyeliner in Black. Which is a gel based liner. I'm cutting back in using a bit of cream concealer. This is the Studio Finish from MAC, and then a flat edge definer to make the eye a bit more feline, bringing in almost like a slightly Arabic influence to it. I'm just adding a little bit more of that same liner just right in this tear duct area, and then I'm going to pop a bit in the waterline. Then with what pigment I've got on my brush, I'm just going to add a little bit of it underneath as well. Then for a tiny bit more coverage and to set it all in place, this is the Benefit Hello Flawless powder in Champagne. And I'm contouring with a little bit of NYX taupe blusher. This is the Zoeva 227 brush with just a tiny bit of the NYX taupe. I don't want to go mad. To warm up my skin, I'm going to use NARS Laguna bronzer, and that will just blend out that contour as well. For the highlight, I'm using Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone, and this is the pressed powder version. Oh, I just love a highlight. Do a little bit with my finger then. I'm going to use a little bit of Max Factor False Lash mascara in the waterproof, which I'm not a massive fan of at the moment. It's quite awkward getting it on because it's quite wet consistency, so it's really easy to blob, and then I feel like it transfers a little bit even though it's waterproof, so that's not so good. Okay, bring my brows into place. This is the first time I've tried this pencil. It's from New Look, and it's a Pure Definition eyebrow pencil, and the shade is 21, I believe. Brushing and locking them into place with Benefit Ready Set Brow. And this is a cute little mini version that came free with a magazine. So I was like, oh, ideal. Then the eyelashes are from Eye Candy in number 14. This is NYX Blush in Boho Chic, which is quite a sort of natural cream blush, just to add a little bit of colour on my cheeks but without it being too much with the eyes. Then over the base of the lashes I'm using this Calico Kill Black waterproof eyeliner pen, and it's my new favourite because it's really black, nice and quick and easy to use, and it's waterproof, so it's really long wearing. Good just to go back into that area as well. And then I want the lips to be nice and neutral, so I'm going to use the MAC Promise Me Velveteen Lip Pencil. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know if there's anything else you want to see on the Makeup Masters free app, and hopefully see you again very soon. Bye!